I am called Ren, the faceless man declared as he crouched on the frozen ground. He wasn't truly faceless, but his mask was a solid plate of durasteel etched with red engravings down the center. But that's not my name. You're Karst, and your younger brother here is Philin. Good to meet you both. We've been looking for you for a while. Looks like we got here just in time, the man said to the backdrop of men screaming in the heat of battle. What is this? Sector security almost had us, and then you guys swoop in and just start shoving them back? Who in the blazes are you? Said Karst as he cowered next to his younger brother. Yeah, Sexek wants you too bad. Word is you've killed what? At least 100 people? But we want you too. We could work with you, make you one of us, the man said, glancing at his black-clad companion just as he ended the life of a sector security guard. A Knight of Ren. We have a friend. He told us about you, Karst. Said you can touch the shadow, do things, he said as the hilt of an unknown weapon began to levitate above his palm. Like this. That true? Yeah, I can do that. I don't call it that, but yeah, replied Karst as he grabbed a shard of ice and used the shadow to make it also levitate above his palm. That's good. That's real good. We can all do it. It's like a requirement to join. We'll join. We'll follow you. Just get us out of here, Philin said, cutting in, clearly willing to volunteer both he and his brother's loyalty if it meant escaping their current predicament. You don't follow me, friend, the masked man said, grabbing his weapon's hilt. You follow this. And the weapon came to life. The Ren doesn't stop to worry about what it's burning, or the right or wrong of it, or the goals it might achieve. The Ren just is. It lives, and it consumes, and it doesn't apologize. It is its nature and nothing else. I believe in that principle on a deep, deep level. In fact, I've dedicated my life to it, he declared, wrapping his open palm around the crimson glow of the weapon, keeping just enough distance as to not injure himself. You could do that. Bathe yourself in the shadow, fight its battles, preserve its tools, eat what it sends you. All we need is a death, the man said, moving his crimson saber so it was pointing directly at Karst's chest. A death? I've killed more people than I can count. That's why these fools want me dead. Why you came for me, right? No, a good death. And he turned the humming blade towards Philin. My brother? The deafening sound of a single blaster bolt broke the silence of frost and death that surrounded them. There, done. Now get me the hell out of here, Philin said as he stared at the smoking wound left in his now lifeless brother. Oh, Philin, you've got the attitude, and that's good. I respect that, the masked man said with the barest hint of regret in his voice. Then, drawing his weapon overhead, he said, But you can't touch the shadow, and then cut Philin down with a single stroke. Didn't work out, said a knight apathetically, death and destruction surrounding them as if they were the eye of a storm. No, Trugden, but that's all right. If it were easy to join us, everyone would do it. The master will send us someone else soon enough, the faceless man said assuredly. What now? Trugden said curiously. Let's go find something to burn. Okay, guys, I hope you liked the first installment of the epic new Star Wars Rise of Kylo Ren comic book. I've been a Star Wars fan for a long time. With ins and outs, I've read a ton of the expanded universe, comic books, regular books. Obviously, all the canon, the movies, the TV shows, pretty much everything you could imagine. And one of the things I'm so excited about is that it's never been a better time to be a Star Wars fan than it is now. Even with all the controversy surrounding the sequel trilogy and everything that brought, whether you think it's good or bad, and I obviously have my own opinions. But I think one thing that Disney has learned in all of this is how passionate and how demanding some Star Wars fans can be. And so I think they're going to tread a little bit more carefully. And I think with the sequel trilogy having obviously financial success, but it missed sort of critical reception from the fandom, a lot of the future content is going to be fleshed out via Disney Plus, and I think that's a fantastic idea. I don't think it could have turned out any better. I think the medium of television and episodic ventures allow them to essentially tell a story in a way that you couldn't tell in a 1 or 2 or 3 hour movie. And so I'm really excited for what it has to offer. Mostly about this Kylo Ren comic book. I'll be doing other ones as well, but for me, Kylo Ren was by far the most interesting character in the sequel trilogy. I don't perceive him as a villain at all. I think he was a torn character. I think he echoed the sentiment of Anakin very well. And so I'm really excited for what the Rise of Kylo Ren will bring, so we can sort of see his rise, as the comic book states, but just to see how he goes from this Jedi Knight in training, this Padawan, who is unnaturally gifted and connected to the Force due to his lineage, who stands head and shoulders above all of the other Padawans at the Jedi Temple, to meeting the Knights of Ren and becoming Kylo Ren and everything in between, including Snoke and all of the story that's left to be told. So a couple of things we move forward. This is a labor of love. I'm doing it because I absolutely love Star Wars, and I love the story that Kylo Ren is telling, or that's being told about him. And I'd like to hear in the comments below what you guys think about how I present things. If you've read the comic book before, are the voices that I give the characters what you imagined they would be? And if not, yeah, what did you think they would sound like? And if so, let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback as we move forward. And let me know in the comments if there's any other type, not any other types, but any other comic books in the Star Wars universe you'd like to hear. I have some in the plans. Haven't decided exactly which one. Obviously Darth Maul, some of the ones in the Old Republic, maybe even like the Lost Tribe of the Sith, the comic book version. There's a lot of stuff we can do. So anyway, guys, let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for the next video. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you soon.